So with this done, we can try to make this rather boring looking design a little bit more interesting. It gives us a little bit more practicing of rearranging everything too. Maybe in a zigzag line, we would like to fill some of these back openings. Okay, so we know 13 by 13 is an opening. So we can go ahead and make a cube. Then we say z is 13, and then this is x. That is also 13. And y, y maybe quarter inch. Whoops, that's z, 0.25. Okay, and also here we know this is in a scale. So apply scale, and actually here, right click, add to quick menu. So when I model, I can always quickly add it. Very good. So we also know we have snapping for vertex, so I can snap these into place. Super easy. I will make one more time. Control C, Control V, move this up, hold Control, move this over, hold Control. Okay. Let's take a look at a second way how we could do this. So I will add a cube, move this over to here, and just the Y direction. This for the moment I will set to 2.5, so it will be a tick easier. Again, Q and scale, or you use the apply scale. Okay. So let's go to a good view. We will in this case now switch to we'll go to wireframe mode. Okay. Then we will go to edit mode. And everything is selected. If it's not, simply say select none, select all. We are in move command. When you're new to this wireframe mode, some people struggle at the beginning seeing what's going on. Rotating sometimes helps. You kind of like have to train your brain maybe a little bit. Sometimes when a view is too difficult to figure out, then I have to rotate it and then I see the geometry in it. Okay, so what we will do first is we will move this down. Okay, and then we move this up and hold the control key and go to this corner. Okay, so you see we moved it vertically up. Then along Y we can move it into the object and move it back and hold control. Very good. Then we bring this over, bring this back, hold control to there. Nice. So I mentioned in one video that in Blender sometimes some commands are one key, or two commands are one key, but in different sequences. So when I press A, it selects everything. When I press AA, it deselects everything. So it's actually very nice. It's just one key, one tab or two tabs. I will go to draw the selection, go to move, bring this over, hold the control key, AA, go to the draw selection, bring this up, hold the control key, release. Very good. So there you see in the wireframe mode, it was very easy to take a look at everything. Then now we can go back to object mode. Oh, my 3D widget is not centered where the mesh is. That's fine. We moved an object and then we moved the mesh, and now we want to move the object center point to where the mesh is. So with this object selected, right click origin and say origin to geometry. There we are. Cool. Now we can go ahead and say duplicate linked, hold Control and snap to there. These are all individual objects. You see now these are linked. So click, shift click, X and delete. Click this and Alt D, hold Control and Alt D, hold Control. Yeah, and then there it switched into the position. Shall the snapping not work the way how you want? Sometimes it's always good then move the object to somewhere else, and then we try to do the manual alignment, like in multiple steps. There we are. Okay, now here right click new collection and actually inserts, that's wrong. Let's call these internal panels. Internal, yeah, panels, and then back plates. So you. So all those, we can in here drag them. You know that this works. We could also inside here go to object and collection, move collection to back plates. There, move them all to there. Pretty good. Okay, nice. These cubes are super razor sharp. Nothing really will look that way. So what we'll do now is we will round the edges a little bit. We go to add modifier, bevel, edge, this is fine, segment 1 is fine, and here we will enter 1 millimeter. Okay, and we can zoom in a little bit and take a look. And this looks like a distorted triangle. Why? Well, here we put in a dimension and hey, we have a scale factor going on here. So also for this object, Q and scale, there we are. Very good. Let's go to here. Oh, this also has a scale, Q and scale. Or we select the object and say apply scale. Let's practice this one more time. Bevel modifier 1 millimeter. Okay, so we don't really model this chamfer. We simply add this via modeling command. Go to here. Also there we need to apply the scale, and you will get an error message here. That's okay. That's the only annoying downside of this duplicate linked objects. The reason why I'm pointing out also this error is because what we did was a little bit of messy working. We made an object, we made a clone, and now I want to fix an initial issue or overlooked the scale. So in reality, what we should have done, we delete the top one, we select this, go to object, apply scale. Very good. Now we can make a linked and snap it. So that's the way how it should have been. Now, however, since we're doing this retroactively, we're snapping here to this corner point. This is also good. A lot of the stuff what I'm doing right now is all just showing cases students might do where stuff goes wrong. We're learning the software, so this is more than common. It's always good to know multiple ways how to do something. So there's a little bit of an overlap. So we can move this up, move this down. With the mouse, go to this corner, hold Control, and there now it lines up. I bring this over a little bit more to here. Then along Y, I snap to there. And then this corner I would like to snap right to there. So I can zoom to here, move this, move my mouse, and then I have to be very gentle. You see how I'm snapping between the individual control points. So I want to use the inner one. Then it should be correct. It is. If, in case this is a little bit too finicky, we can also do this. We select this side panel, turn the fillet off. There you see, it's gone. Just one point, go over, snap. Very good. Go to here, turn this back on. Done. Easy. Okay. We can do a bevel, 1 millimeter. Here also they call this linked. You can also select this object, shift select this object. You see this is orange, this is bright orange, this is the active or target. Go object and say make links to the modifiers. So it links it. Zack. It has also the same modifier. Pretty nice. We should not do this here because then we would replace the array modifier with a bevel. So here we simply add a bevel modifier on our own, 1 millimeter. And here one more time, bevel 1 millimeters there. Very nice. Cool, huh? Not that complicated. In real life, these panels have actually broken edges, otherwise they would be very sharp. The actual product here, instead of 15, that is around 15.25. So it's a little bit inside, so you don't have edge next to edge. We, however, simply model everything perfectly flush. For a conceptual study, our first piece we're going to build in Blender, for that, this is perfectly sufficient. Good. So this part is done, and then there will be one more video, and I will show you how we can create out of boxes a very basic representation of storage cubes, which we could put into those openings.